Hello YouTube, I am BXAC23, and welcome back to Hello Neighbor. Now today we're going to be going back into Act 3, because I realized that there isn't a single Act 3 tutorial on this entire channel, and I figured that I probably should have one. So we know this whole sequence. We just gotta wait for the letter to come. Other than that, though, we're just gonna wait for the letter to come. For our topic of the day, while we're waiting for the letter, actually, I would like to address the heresy that I made on Monday of last week. With my, somebody's knocking, which I addressed it was a heresy, and I said not to believe it, but I'm gonna address it to you anyway. The heresy of the ice cube analogy that I used is modalism. That God is a single person that can shift between his three forms. Kind of like how Jesus has two forms or natures. That's the heresy of modalism, and that's what that's what I was using. The correct doctrine would be that Jesus is one God but has three persons and they exist separate of each other. If that makes any sense. And if I said that wrong, please tell me Isn't there supposed to be music with this sequence? But anyway, to back this up, we can see all three described separately, so they can't just be one person. Here in John chapter 3, verses 16 to 17, which is the baptism of Jesus, it says, "And Jesus, when he was baptized, went up straightway out of the water, and lo, the heavens were opened unto him, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove, and lighting upon him. And lo, a voice from heaven, saying, This my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." So in that, we can see Jesus, and we can see interaction between him, the Holy Spirit, and the Father. So that means they cannot be one person in three forms, because that's modalism, and we just announced that heresy. Anyway, we'll wait for the rest of the cutscene to be over before we discuss anything else. Okay, I've seen this a billion times. This is like the final version of the Alpha 2 scene, except they changed the story along the way to not include the neighbor taking over the house. That was a very late game decision, because it was portrayed that way until Alpha 3, as I am sure you are aware. And not even Alpha 3, Beta 3, it lasted until the full game. Can I avoid it in any way? Hey, look at that, I escaped the phone sequence. Okay, we're gonna go over here and trigger this little cutscene. There, we get our first view of the thing. The stupid thing. I hate the thing. Alright, there's that. Alright, let's pick up the phone and get this whole sequence over with. Why are you surprised? You knew it was over there. Okay. Just so you are aware, our topic for today will be what denomination I personally belong to or consider myself to belong to. I think this cutscene looks a little different than it used to as well, because I think it used to just be like a rework of the Act 1 sequence, but whatever. Okay. So what denomination do I personally belong to? Okay. That's fine, because I want it to be daytime. I would consider myself to be an Anglo-Baptist. Now, I am sure that all of the Anglicans, if any, that are watching this, think that it's simply abominable to have those two together, but just let me explain for a minute. So, I grew up Baptist. I've been Baptist my entire life, and I still attend a Baptist church, and I don't intend to not attend a Baptist church in any time in the future. At least near future. So, but gradually, my theology has been changing to become more in line with other traditions, such as I have a lot of Catholic beliefs, such as I believe in the doctrine of purgatory. I have been convinced of that. If you would like to try to unconvince me of that, you may either do so in the comments or in the LJS Discord server if you'd like to join that, link in the description. But yeah, so what am I thinking of? Oh, Alpha 3. That's not where the magnet gun is anymore. Okay. It has been a hot minute since I've done Act 3, so I have to kind of remember what's going on. Can you just bear with me for a second, please, Mr. Stark? No! I don't want you in my big, gigantic, stupid house! Okay, then. Close that so you can't... Ah, the bedroom's locked. I always... Okay. Yay, we're in the AI not a threat anymore zone. Unless they fixed it. Actually, I think they did fix it, come to think of it. Because the full game AI is actually pretty good if you... Even though it's kinda... It can be a little wonky sometimes. It's still a good AI, in my opinion. But anyway. So I believe in some Catholic beliefs. I believe in a lot of other... where was I going with that? A lot of other traditions, beliefs, too. And to name one, I believe in somewhat of the Presbyterian view of the Eucharist. So I believe I have a... But we'll discuss that in another episode. So that's why I like Anglicanism, is because of the ecumenicalism. Like, you've got the Anglo-Catholics, the Anglo-Reformed, the Anglo-Lutherans. Just the ecumenicalism. I like that. Because I don't personally align with any specific denomination entirely. So it is nice that, you know, there's options, right? The Anglicanism prioritizes dogma, and most other things are, you know, agree to disagree basis. And I think that's the way it should be for most issues. Do I do that? No, there's other things I can do before I decide to do that. Like what? I have no idea, because it has been years since I have done this. Okay. Alright, yeah, you gotta go down here to the upside down door. Yeah, it's coming back to me. This is nostalgic. Remember when all the YouTubers were playing this back in like 2017? Those were the days. Anyway. Yeah, so that's why I align more Anglican than anything else. I also, if I were to become Anglican, I would be Anglo-Reformed because of that's the one I align with most. But, sorry, I just want to figure this out because it's been a minute. That starts the train, right? Yes, it starts the train. We did it. We're not even that far in and we've already got the train going. Okay. Yeah, I'm remembering now. Starting to remember what in the world you're supposed to do here. We gotta get up there at some point, but let's go down here first. Okay. So the turning point where I kind of started considering myself to be Anglican was when my class took an 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. And on Sunday of that week, we were there for a week, we went to an Episcopal worship service. And, you know, before that, I was in the ABC USA, so I've always been a mainline Protestant, which is why I still consider myself to be Baptist, even though I don't have very many Baptist beliefs anymore. Yeah, I went to a Episcopal church, which growing up Baptist, I never really experienced very much tradition. I mean, the Baptist churches, especially ABC Baptist, is still traditional, but nothing even comparable to what you will find in an Episcopal church. And I really liked it. I really liked the way they do things. So that kind of got me to start to think about it, and then eventually I was pretty switched over. So that brings me to my next point. If I were to ever, I don't even remember what I'm supposed to do, to be honest with you. I gotta get in there at some point, and then I gotta open that up, because that unfreezes the fridge. And then I gotta stop the train all wonky over here, too. But I think I know what I'm gonna do right now. So, yeah, I definitely align more Episcopal because I am a mainline Protestant. I know there's the evangelical offshoot, the Anglican Church in North America, but, you know, I'm a full supporter of the movement that you got right now going on, where they're trying to redeem the mainline churches, the Reconquista. So I would definitely support that and be more in line with the Episcopal Church, just to try to, you know, keep it and to not let it go, because it has a strong cultural influence, especially in the areas, you know, New England area type. So, yeah, I definitely align more Episcopal. So for my options in the area, there's binoculars in here. Yeah, there's binoculars in here. I have an Episcopal church near me called St. Peter's Episcopal. They have a female priest at the moment, which isn't the best thing, but that's not like a salvation issue, so I'd probably still go there anyway. Okay. It's nighttime. I wish I could sleep through the night like you could in the old builds. But I gotta let the neighbor catch me. Just catch me, please. Thank you. So yeah, I have an Episcopal church. But there's also an Anglican church in North America near me called Holy Trinity Anglican Parish. I probably would not go there since, as I said before, I support the Reconquista movement. But, okay, something's gotta give here, because this is ridiculous. Okay. Just gotta outrun him. I probably would not go there since I do prefer Episcopalian churches. Did that start it? Why not? 2, 3. 2, 3, 6, 9. Hey, I started it. Look at that. Oh yeah, I need one of the crazy umbrella things. I do know where to find one of those. We gotta go to the one room. So yeah, that's where I stand denominationally. But I am very easy to be swayed on things that are not dogmas. So if you would like to try to convince me of something, you gotta do a good job, but you might be able to if you try. So I would encourage you, if you would like to join the LJS Discord server, link in the description, as that is where I will be most apt to listen to you. But yeah, I would tend to lean Anglican because I'm very, I guess open to disagreements on things that are not dogmas. And I think that's kind of the point of Anglicanism, because there was a lot of disagreement in the early days of Anglicanism. And I know that the king is you often hear about how the king wanted to divorce his wife, and so that's how the Anglican Church started. That's how... look what I did. Okay, I give up on this. There's a lot more to do in Act 3. But I'm going to need more time to remember how to do it, so I think I'm going to leave this episode here. We made a little bit of progress, but we did not make anything even remotely significant. I know. But, that's okay. We made some okay progress, and this video is already long enough to make a video about, so I think I'm going to end it here. So I want to thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Hello Neighbor. If you enjoyed this one, there will be a card in the upper right hand corner to some more Hello Neighbor, as well as to some more of the full release specifically. And also be sure to subscribe, because we do stuff like this here all of the time. But other than that, guys, that'll do it for this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Make sure you eat all of your dinner and drink your chamomile tea before bedtime. God bless you, goodbye, and have a pleasant tomorrow.